So what we got going on here is we gotta put the calf hutch there. And what is that? Oh my gosh. What the heck? Is that a walking calf hutch? I've never seen one of them. Is it moving? Hey, what's going on? Why is it alive?
I don't know.
What's going on? Huh, what the heck? That is so weird.
What was in there?
I think we bought something with legs. It's a bit creepy.
Maybe we did. Hi everybody, you are watching Echowood Holsteins YouTube channel, and we're going to do a video tonight on feeding calves. So we're going to show you how we feed calves and just a lot of different things about it and everything that happens. So we're going to start by taking this pasteurizer. We got pasteurized milk in here and we're getting ready to go feed. We got almost 90 calves that need fed. There's a lot that need weaned right. There's like 16 we're weaning, but there's still 90 total for milk right now. So we got calves on pails and calves on milk bar feeders. These are the milk bar feeders. We got 9 of them we need tonight. We got number 1 and number 2. And then I'll bring 2 more with the pasteurizer in the feeding cart. Okay, so there's 4 calves in each super hutch. And Jaron, he's putting them all in the right pens. Number 1 is sitting there. That's number 1. This one's number 5. And this is number 4. So we go through and we give them all. We got it on 3 settings right now. We just gave them 10 liters. And then that's what that feeder holds. Those feeders hold about 10 liters. And then we'll come back and give them another 4 liters. It's a tough one.
Here, I'll get this one.
Yeah. Anyhow, we gotta go get that feeder. I'm not sure. I think the new ones are right here.
Right here?
These. Now they do. When the calves are born, they start at 2 quarts twice a day, and then we work them up for 2 liters, and then we work them up to 4. So that's what they're getting on full feed. These right here, this is going to be the first feeding on the nipple pails, on the milk bar feeders. They're used to buckets. Okay, Jaron, give them a 10. This is okay, give them a 10. So you just want to feed them and then you want to go through. These we haven't done anything with yet. Let's go get the other ones their feed first because those are going to need some help. Take it back to the start on that one. So basically we just want to walk through and make sure everybody's drinking. These got their feeder crooked. You got to keep an eye on that. Well, it's empty, that's why. So now we got to go through and we got to put 4 more liters in every feeder. Yep.
They're done already.
Yep. They're mad. They're out of milk. Jaren's giving them 4 more liters each. When they wag their tails like that, you know they're happy and they're having a good time. Okay, Jaren, why don't you give me, put 3 ones, or actually, put 4 ones in here. So 4 on the 1 setting, so it'd be 4 liters, or 8 liters total. There's 4 calves. And they've never been on this before.
3 ones?
4. Now, Abigail, you want to hold the camera? We're going to try to get these. So these calves are the first time. Gonna see how sometimes they do good, and sometimes they're just a real pain. Come on, girls. They don't know they've never sucked on one of these before. So you gotta get them on the nipples. There's one. Come here, baby.
There's one way in the back, Dad.
Yep, I better go in there.
There's actually 2 in the way back.
What's that?
There's actually 2 in the way back.
Let's get you one here. Whoa. Here, why don't you scoot over one? And you go on here. Less than half a feeder?
Yeah. But they just got their 4. Here.
And none of them are drinking?
No.
The first time they had a 3?
Yeah.
We'll take it out. There, now they're all on it. So they're all on it for the first time. We got them all sucking, but they're probably not going to stay on it. They'll take their mouths off, and then we got to get them back on. You got to get back down to this one. What, Jaren?
There's only 3 in this one, so I need to give them full.
Those were done. You gave them 3 twos already.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, I just gave them a little bit.
Pull it out. Let's go get started on these bucket calves. We need all these buckets, and then we still probably gonna be short.
It's kind of rainbow.
Yeah. And then you want more hose?
Yeah.
There. I'll just put 1 squirt in each bucket. They're getting excited over here.
What?
These babies are getting excited. And we got them to feed. You remember how to put them in there?
It's just weird. Over there, when I get over there, do not leave those hatches open. Because we should have, because you guys, because they should have saw how they were getting out.
Right.
Getting out of
So
the
go ahead and start opening doors and putting them in the pen. Beside you. Yeah, go. Right there. I'll do this one. Come, baby. Come here. Come here. So these calves are, this calf is only like 4 days old.
Stop. Come on, stop. Hold on, girlfriend.
That one's probably only 3 days old.
He's too excited.
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah.
Got him?
Too excited.
Okay, now put the door down so he doesn't come out. So what I'm doing here is training this calf how to drink out of a pail. Basically, you take your finger and you put it right here in the front of its nose, like this, and push, and it just starts sucking on your finger, and then you stick its head down into the milk, and it starts slurping the milk up as it's sucking, and then that's how we're training them. See, if I'll take it out and it'll suck for a minute, and then it's gonna pull it out, then you do that again,
And again and again and again.
Yep, some of them are slow learners and some of them are fast.
This one's kind of a slow one, right?
Yeah, because that when they're younger than her is drinking good. So you just go like this, and you stick it right down the. Well,
you always want to feed the good, your healthy calves first, and save your sick ones for the last.
right.
Because then you're gonna spread it to the other ones if you know.
That's right.
Then if there's a sick one in the row and it's sick in that row and you're gonna do that row, you just skip it.
Right. For later. Right?
Yeah. I think it's done.
Okay, you can go on out and then I'll come out and shut the fence because it's going to chase me. Because it's going to want this pocket. Okay, show how we're putting this together.
What?
Okay, and you're going to pull this down or...
Yeah,
Last night we were feeding calves.
Yeah, we were feeding calves and all of them just jumped out. They went through that little door and they jumped out.
Which door? That one right there, yep. So then we had to chase them all over the place, right?
Yeah. Now we're gonna see what the silly boy's up to because he's always doing something silly. Hey, Darren, how's it going?
Filling up the grain.
Should we go get some more grain in the bucket? Yeah. Okay. Man, you basically have to do that every day.
There we go. You go on the other side.
Yep. This is how you fill up the grain.
Is it? Yep.
Huh?
Good. Ready?
Yep. I'm coming under.
Alright, I got it.
Okay. Your butt's full of grain.
No.
It's your fingers now.
So now I gotta go and kick away all the hay right here.
So now we're feeding calves in the calf barn. We got about 8 in each pen, and so obviously they get about double the amount of milk, and it's a bigger feeder. So there was 5 pens on milk, but actually, so those 16 that we're weaning, they're only getting milk once a day right now. So they got it this morning. They're not getting it tonight for the first time. It's once a day starting tonight. So these two pens right here are the only ones that share a feeder. Just because they're nose to nose anyhow. Otherwise, the rest of them, the rest of the feeders, every pen's got their own designated feeder, and it stays with them until they're weaned. But these two pens, since they're nose to nose, like I said, we do share a feeder on that, on these. And those two would be the same if they were both on milk, and the same as that quadrant or that quadrant down there. So for a while, this was our calf barn. All the calves were in here. It was really nice, and for like 2 years it worked really good. I mean, we had really good results out of it, and then we got a couple bugs and couldn't get rid of them, and so we started putting calves out in hutches, and then all of a sudden we had too many calves. And so the reason they're not all in here now is just because we got too many of them. The calf barn's not big enough. If it was big enough, we would try to put them all in here, but it's not. So the barn was kind of designed for baby calves up to weaned, even started on grower, so probably like 4 months old, 5 months old, and then they would go to the freestall barn where Jaron and Abigail were feeding that grower over there. So Jaron's feeding starter here. We feed as much starter as they can eat. So how many scoops you giving these? Like 12 total?
No, not quite that much.
Okay.
Because they haven't been eating it. So
All right.
I think about 10.
10. Yeah. So like these calves, this pen here is the ones we're weaning along with this pen over here. So their starter intake is already good, but it's going to increase now that they aren't getting any solids in their milk. So that's good. 2 more pens off milk. It's a nice slick looking calf. I don't know what she is, but put together pretty nice. So now I'm just washing up pails and feeders and everything else. That's probably the most important part of calf, is keeping everything clean, feeding calves. So, we got soap on this side. It's called Heads Up 10. It's a pretty strong disinfectant cleaner. And then we rinse them over on the other side of the pails. So we have a new heifer calf board, and this is a perfect udder. I think it's called perfect udder. It's a pasteurizer warmer. So basically, I got a bag of colostrum in here, and this is the first milk from a different calf, from a different cow that was pasteurized. And now we're warming it back up. There's a setting on here that warms it up to body temperature. And we're warming it back up, and then we're going to feed that new baby before we leave. And then we test that colostrum, see how good it is. We got a meter for that. It's called the bricks. So that you know that first feeding has got all the antibodies in it and good stuff for the calf to keep it from getting sick. There's just so many little things with calf feeding. If you're not from a farm, you wouldn't believe it. Especially the more you get, the more chance you have of getting these bugs. And then we bought cattle when we expanded, so we probably bought some of it. And it's not like we've got extra bad problems, because I think we do a really good job with our calves, and our death rate is really low, but we got to do so many things to achieve it. It's just one of them things. If you want good results, you got to put the time and the effort in. Almost enough in there. So then for the wash, you got to plug it in. Turn the switch on. Oh, there's plenty of water in there now. And then if it's not 130 degrees, it's not 130 degrees, it won't even start to wash. It'll heat itself up until it gets there. So what we gotta do is just hit this. Then we're gonna let this first milk go out. Now it's pure water coming through, so we can stick it in here. And you pull this up so it can't come out. And then it goes for 7 minutes, 8 minutes I guess total.
So right now it's mixing. And then it'll come out the nozzle too. Yeah, it's cleaning. You can see here, it's got 6 minutes left. So right now the spinner's on. And it's cleaning. And then it'll agitate and clean it all up. And it circulates through the hose here, so it cleans out the hose and the nozzle, and then it'll come out here. Alright guys, so thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Accident. Hey, do these ones over here get the core?
Those do, yes.